was, I'm sure it was like the Titanic when the guys came out and played the music at the end. You know, we were part of the chorus, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what it was like.
Speaking of Sid for a minute, now here's the guy who's got to eventually he's gonna bridge you to Goldberg.
Right.
He's got to carry the ball for 10 months or whatever it's going to be until you get to Stargate. So Sid's got big responsibility here.
Right.
It's been said about Sid that it's difficult to give him the ball for various reasons. Did you ever find that to be the case? Did you have reservations about him being someone that would be able to be tried and true for the 10 months?
I had heard that about Sid many times. The night I asked him to tap out to Benoit, he said, I don't think it's the right thing, but if you want me to do it, I'll do it. I had no reservations after that. The guy lost, tapped out. I had none. Now, 10 months down the line, losing the Goldberg might have been a different thing.
Different conversation.
You know, he might have had to get a bump in pay, but it didn't matter at that time to me. I just needed somebody that was that physical specimen to draw and fill in the gaps, and he was it. And he was new for us too.
Mm-hmm. Sid Vicious no-shows the show. This is the show before the pay-per-view. He no-shows. He claims he has a concussion following a chair shot from Jeff Jarrett at last week's Thunder, but he had been at the Nitro taping the day before. So, are you concerned here? Is this a ploy in your mind? What's going on?
No, I don't think it was a ploy because he did take a real shot.
Okay.
You know, and I even winced backstage. You know, I said, "Ooh, that was a bad one." And he might have been, you know, needed the time, or he might have said, "Well, I'm mentally, I'm not, you know, mentally I'm not up for this or whatever." But I didn't expect any problem from Sid for that.
Scott Hall is planning on roughing up Terry Taylor during an in-ring angle. JJ gets word of it backstage. Hall says he was just joking. Hall is sent home. The Thunder tapings are held up for about 35 minutes as management decides how to proceed with the show without him. The ring simply sat empty while the fans waited for the next match. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Again, everybody's hypersensitive. Is Scott gonna rough up Terry Taylor? I don't think so. I don't. Did he say it? I don't know, but I'm willing to bet he did.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get back? Now everybody's sensitive about everything. Now here's a wrestler going to jump an employee.
Right.
Again, we're looking at that same situation. If you don't send this guy home,
And it happens.
and it happens, and you've been warned,
Mm-hmm.
he owns the company. And everybody else is getting a piece of the company as this is going down, you know? And some of the money's going south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
None of those matches take place. What's happened with each one in between to derail those plans? Well, let's take first with Sid and Brett.
well, Brett had the concussion then.
Oh, right. Okay. So that was from that.
So now we can't work. And Terry got hurt, and he went home.
Oh, okay.
So now there's two of my matches gone.
Right.
And Kevin still had the ankle injury. So there goes the tag team match.
Right.
So again, the only guys I got, you know, crippled.
It really is remarkable how little you had to work with here. It's noteworthy. Now, for the Hogan Luger match, supposedly there were a lot of finishes that you guys came up with that Luger missed. Is this true? How does that? Now he wasn't a guy who had creative control over this.
And he didn't nix them because Hulk had creative control on his finishes.
Right.
And I brought them in the room, we sat there, and Hulk said, how do you want to do this? And they kicked it around, and they're both businessmen about it. And Hulk gave Luger the option which way he wanted to do it, and he did it. So it wasn't
It wasn't a difficult. It wasn't
No.
him being difficult. It was just trying to find the best.
trying to find the best way. And again, Hulk had creative control. Hulk could have actually said, you give up on the handshake, and that's the match.
Right.
So there was a working thing with it. And Luger, I want to say something here.
Mm-hmm.
During this whole time, Luger stepped up when a lot of guys didn't. He stepped up to the plate. He was a team player. I've heard a lot of people say different things about Lex Luger, but Luger was a salvation for me, was a sanity for me, and he deserved all the money he got from WCW, and he really, really, I never had a question, well, is he going to set this finish? Is he going to change something? He may throw something in, but big deal.
Mm-hmm.
He was great, and he really was.